Hello, my friend. Welcome to the VUS Learning English podcast. It is Anna, and I am so happy you are here with me tonight. If this is your first time here, welcome. I am so glad you found us. And if you are a returning listener, thank you for coming back. It feels like meeting an old friend. If you enjoy our time together, please tap the like button. It is a small click, but it helps our little community grow. It helps other English learners find this safe place. I am always curious. Where are you listening from tonight? Are you in Japan or Brazil or Italy or somewhere else in this big, beautiful world? You can tell me in the comments if you want. I love to see where our friends are. All right, let's begin. I want to talk about a feeling, a very specific feeling. Maybe you know this feeling too. You have studied English for a long time. You know many words. You understand the grammar in a book. You can read an article online. You can watch a movie with subtitles. You have done the work. You have studied for hours and hours. But then a moment happens. Someone asks you a question in English, and it is your turn to speak. Suddenly something changes inside you. Your throat feels tight. It is hard to breathe. Your heart starts to beat so fast. And your mind was full of English words just a moment ago. Now it is empty. It is like a white wall, a room with no furniture, no words, nothing. That feeling, that horrible panic, it is a very lonely feeling, isn't it? What if I told you that this feeling is based on a story that is not true? It is a myth, a big myth that many, many English learners believe. In our time together tonight, I want to share a secret with you. A small change in your mind. A mindset shift. This one simple idea can make speaking English feel different. It can feel more natural. It can feel less scary. So stay with me. Breathe slowly. This could be a very important night for you. This could change everything. That feeling I described, the tight chest, the fast heart, it is so real. I know it is. It is not just in your mind. It is in your body. Your hands get sweaty. Your mouth feels dry. And all those beautiful English words, the words you studied last night, the words you wrote down in your notebook. In that moment, they are gone. They just vanish. Someone is looking at you. They are waiting. They have a kind face, but you cannot find a single word, not one. And in that moment, you feel small. You feel foolish. You feel like all your hard work was for nothing. I know this feeling. I have felt it myself. And the most difficult part is this. You are not a foolish person. Not at all. In your own language, you are smart. You are funny. You have interesting ideas. You can tell stories. You can share your feelings. But when you speak English, it feels like a different person shows up. A quiet person. A simple person. A less capable person. That space between who you are and who you can be in English, that space can feel so painful. It can make you sad. It can make you feel stuck. And because of this feeling, we lose things. We miss opportunities. Maybe you miss the chance to make a new friend. You see someone kind at a coffee shop, but you stay quiet. Maybe you miss the chance to share a great idea at work. You have the answer, but the words don't come out. Maybe you miss a moment of connection, a chance to share a piece of your heart with someone. You feel like there is an invisible wall around you and you don't know how to break it down. I have seen this feeling so many times. I have seen it in my students. I have seen it in my friends. And if I'm honest, I have felt it in my own life when I learn a new language. I know what it's like to have your brain just freeze. For many years, I tried to fix this problem in the wrong way. I thought, I need more words. My grammar is bad. I need to study more. So I would go back to my books. I would memorize more lists of vocabulary. I thought if I just put more knowledge in my head, the fear would go away magically. But it never did. The fear was always there. Why? Because I was trying to fix the wrong problem. Tonight, I am not just going to give you some small tips. We are going to go deeper. We are going to look at the big myth, the lie about fear that is keeping you quiet. Then I will give you one core idea, a new way to think. This is the real key to speaking more freely. And to make it very practical, we will break it down into 3 gentle steps. 3 things you can start doing tomorrow. This is not about becoming a perfect English speaker. There is no such thing as a perfect speaker. This is about becoming a free speaker, a person who can share who they are in English. So let's get to the heart of it. Let's talk about this myth, this idea that holds so much power over us. The myth is this: my fear of speaking means my English is not good enough. Let's say that again softly. My fear of speaking means my English is not good enough. This is the lie. It is the belief that your anxiety, your fear, is a sign of your ability. When you feel that panic, you think it is a big red warning sign, a sign that says, danger, your English is bad, do not speak. It feels so true, doesn't it? The logic seems so simple. When I am nervous, I forget my words. When I am anxious, I make silly grammar mistakes. My pronunciation becomes messy. So your brain tells you, see, I was right. I am not ready. I need to study more before I can speak. And this creates a circle, a very sad, painful circle. You feel fear. Because you feel fear, your speaking performance goes down. Your poor performance seems to prove that the fear was correct. So the next time you have to speak, you feel even more fear. And the circle continues. It gets stronger and stronger. But what if that whole idea is wrong? What if the fear has very little to do with your English level? What if the fear is just about being a human? I want you to imagine something with me. Imagine a world-class musician, a famous piano player. She has practiced for 30,000 hours. She knows every single note of the music perfectly. Her fingers know the piano like they know her own skin. Now tonight she has a big concert. The theater is full. Thousands of people are waiting to hear her play. Right before she walks onto the stage, in the quiet dark behind the curtain, do you think her heart is calm? No. Her heart is probably racing. Her hands might be a little cold. She is feeling nervous. She is experiencing performance anxiety. Now listen to this question carefully. Does her anxiety mean she suddenly forgot how to play the piano? Of course not. Her skill is still there. Her knowledge is still there. Her anxiety is not a sign of her ability. It is a sign that she is doing something important, something she cares about, in front of many people. Your fear of speaking English is very similar. It is not a reliable sign of your English skill. It is a sign that you feel like you are on a stage. You feel like you are in a high-stakes performance. So what is happening inside your beautiful brain? Let's talk about it in a simple way. Inside your brain, there is a little watchman, a little guard. Its job is to keep you safe. It is a very old, very ancient part of you. When this little guard perceives a threat, a danger, it rings an alarm bell. For you, speaking English can feel like a threat. Why? Because you could be judged. Someone might think you are not smart. Someone might laugh at your mistake. So the little guard in your brain sees this social risk, and it rings the alarm. This alarm floods your body with stress, and here is the most important part. This feeling of stress it can build a temporary wall in your brain, a wall between you and your memories. This is why your mind goes blank. It is not that the English words are gone forever. They are not. They are still there, safe in your memory. But the stress, the fear, has put up a wall. The wall is blocking the door to the room where your words are stored. So you see, it is not just a vocabulary problem. It is a memory access problem. And it is triggered by fear. This fear comes from something deeply human. The fear of being judged. The fear of not belonging. We are social creatures. We need each other. For thousands of years, being rejected by our group was a real danger. Your brain doesn't always know the difference. It doesn't know the difference between a real danger and a small social risk. Like ordering a coffee or asking for directions. Your brain just senses social judgment, and it can hit the panic button. You worry about your accent. You worry about your grammar. You worry about sounding less intelligent than you are. This is a threat to your identity. You have a strong, smart, wonderful identity in your own language, but when you speak English and you sound simpler, it feels like that identity is being threatened. It feels like you are not really you. So, my friend, here's the first step. The very first thing you must do. Stop judging your fear. Your fear is not your enemy. It is not a sign that you are bad. It is a sign that you are a human. It is a sign that you are doing something brave. Speaking a new language is vulnerable. It is courageous. So when you feel that fear, can you be kind to it? Can you say to yourself, there is the fear. It is here because I am doing something brave. The problem is not just your English, it is your relationship with your own fear. And we can change that relationship, starting right now. So, once you accept that fear is a human thing, not just an English learner thing, the path forward becomes much clearer. You realize that memorizing another 100 words is not the answer. It is like polishing the piano when the piano player has stage fright. You are working in the wrong thing. The solution is not just to learn more English. The solution is to change the goal of the game you are playing in your head. This is the most important idea I will share with you tonight. Here it is. The one mindset shift that changes everything. Shift your goal from perfection to connection. Let's talk about this. It is so important. For most English learners, every time you speak, you are playing a secret game in your mind. You don't even know you are playing it. It is called the perfection game. The rules of the perfection game are very strict. They sound like this. Rule number 1, do not make any grammar mistakes. Rule number 2, you must use impressive advanced vocabulary. Rule number 3, your accent must sound like a native speaker. Rule number 4, you must respond quickly with no pauses. And the most important rule, rule number 5, whatever you do, do not sound stupid. In this perfection game, where is your focus? It is all on you. It is about your performance, your image, your intelligence, how you look, how you sound. Your brain becomes like a police officer, watching every word, listening for every tiny mistake, ready to criticize you. This is so tiring. It is exhausting, and it is the direct cause of your anxiety. The perfection game is a game you can never, ever win because perfection is not real. It does not exist. Now, let's imagine a different game, a beautiful game. This game is called the connection game. The rules of the connection game are much simpler and much kinder. There are only 2 rules. Rule number 1, I want to understand what the other person is feeling or thinking. Rule number 2, I want to share my idea or my feeling with them. That's it. Those are the only rules. Can you feel the difference? In the connection game, your focus shifts completely. It moves from you to the other person. It is not about how you sound. It is about the bridge of understanding between 2 people. Your energy is not spent on criticizing yourself. Your energy is spent on listening, on being curious, on trying to make your message clear, on sharing a small moment with another human being. When you focus on connecting, something magical happens. The fear doesn't have to go away completely, but it loses its power. It becomes small. It is like having a noisy radio playing in the corner of a room. In the perfection game, you are leaning close to the radio. You are listening to the static, to the noise. You are analyzing it. Oh, that was a bad sound. That was a mistake. In the connection game, you are focused on the person in front of you. You are listening to their story. You are looking at their face. The noisy radio is still there, but it is just background noise now. You can hear it, but you are not listening to it. Your attention is somewhere else. This works because it is very difficult for our brains to focus 100% on two different things at the same time. You cannot be truly, genuinely curious about another person's life while also being obsessed with your own grammar mistakes. You have a choice. You get to choose where you put your focus. When your goal is connection, mistakes change. A mistake is no longer a failure. It is no longer a reason to feel shame. A mistake is just a moment where the connection was lost. And now you have a chance to fix it. Together. The whole feeling changes. It is no longer a performance. It becomes a collaboration, a team activity. You and the other person are on the same team. You are working together, building a bridge of understanding, word by word. And here's a beautiful secret. In most real-life conversations, the other person is not playing the perfection game with you. They are not a judge. They are not grading your grammar. They just want to connect with you. They want to hear your story. They want to know your idea. They care about you, the person, not your perfect sentences. By playing the perfection game in your head, you are playing a lonely game by yourself. A game no one else is even playing. It is time to stop playing that lonely game. It is time to join the game everyone else is playing. The human game. The connection game. Okay, so shifting from perfection to connection. It sounds like a nice idea, right? But how do we do it? How do we make it real when we are standing there and our heart is pounding? You do it by building new habits, small, gentle habits, and by using a new way to measure your success. I want to offer you 3 gentle invitations. 3 actionable steps you can take to make this shift real. Let's walk through them together, slowly. First, we need to redefine what a successful conversation is. For your whole English learning life, you have probably used the wrong report card, the perfection report card. After you speak English, maybe you ask yourself these questions. How many mistakes did I make? Did I sound stupid? Was my accent bad? Did I pause too much? My friend, these are terrible questions. They are not kind questions. They are questions designed by the perfection game. They are designed to make you feel bad. They only reinforce your fear. So we are going to throw away that old report card. And we are going to use a new one, the connection report card. From now on, after every time you speak English, it does not matter if it was for 10 seconds or 10 minutes. I want you to ask yourself only 2 questions. Question 1, did I understand the main idea the other person wanted to share with me? Question 2, did the other person understand the main idea I wanted to share with them? That is all. That is the new report card. Notice what these questions are about. They are about the successful sharing of meaning. They are about connection. They are not about perfect grammar. They are not about a perfect accent. They are not about speed. Let's imagine a little story. Imagine you need to buy some bread. You go to a small, warm bakery. The smell of fresh bread is in the air. The perfection goal in your head says, I must say, good morning, I would like to purchase 1 loaf of your finest sourdough bread, please. With a perfect accent and no hesitation. Wow, that is a lot of pressure. That is a very difficult goal. Now let's try the connection goal. The connection goal in your head says, my mission is simple. I want to leave this shop with bread. So you walk into the bakery, you take a breath. You walk to the counter, you look at the kind baker, and you say, hello, 1 bread, please. And you point to the bread you want. The baker smiles. She understands you perfectly. She gives you the bread. You pay. You say, thank you. She says, you're welcome. Have a nice day. And you leave with your warm, fresh bread. Now, let's look at this moment with our 2 different report cards. The perfection report card says, failure, big failure. Your sentence was too simple. Your grammar was basic. You had to point. That's cheating. You would feel bad. Now, the connection report card, it asks, did you understand the baker? Yes. Did the baker understand you? Yes. Did you get the bread? Yes. 100% success. It was a perfect communication. You connected. You achieved your goal. Can you see the power in this? By changing the questions you ask yourself, you turn a moment of failure into a moment of success. You start to collect evidence, proof. You are building a case in your mind that you can communicate. You can connect. Even if your English is not perfect. So this is your first gentle invitation. For the next week, every single time you speak English, consciously, intentionally, ignore the old unkind questions. Instead, after the conversation, take 30 seconds and ask with kindness, did we understand each other? If the answer is yes, then it was a win. It was a success. Celebrate that small victory. This simple habit retrains your brain. It teaches your brain to look for connection, not for flaws. Second, it is time to embrace the power of good enough English. I actually like to call it simple, beautiful English. One of the biggest lies of the perfection mindset is this. You need a huge vocabulary. You need complex, flawless grammar to have a good conversation. This is not true. It is false. You do not need to sound like a university professor to connect with another human being. You need English that works. English that successfully gets your message across. Often the best way to feel less afraid is to simplify, to make things easier for yourself. Use the simple words you know well. Use the simple sentence structures you are comfortable with. Think about it like this. Imagine I ask you to draw a picture of a cat for me, so I know what a cat looks like. You could spend 5 hours trying to draw a perfect photorealistic cat, with every hair and every shadow just right. You would feel so much stress and pressure. Or you could just draw a circle for the head, 2 triangles for the ears, a few lines for the whiskers, a body and a tail. It takes 30 seconds. And when I look at it, I know immediately. Ah, it's a cat. The simple drawing communicates the idea of cat perfectly. It achieves the goal of communication, but with so much less stress. Your English is the same. Stop trying to paint a masterpiece in every single sentence. Just draw the cat. How can you do this in a real conversation? First, give yourself permission to use short, simple sentences. Instead of trying to build a long, complicated sentence in your head and getting lost in the middle and panicking, just say 2 or 3 short sentences. For example, instead of, although I am quite busy tomorrow with a number of important meetings, I believe I should be available to assist you in the afternoon if you require my help. Wow, that is long and complex. Try this instead. I am busy tomorrow morning, but I am free in the afternoon. I can help you then. Simple, clear, no stress. And the other person understands you perfectly, maybe even better. Second, I want you to start using what I call bridge phrases. These are phrases that help you build a bridge when you are stuck. Native speakers use them all the time. Phrases like, sorry, what is the word for? Oh, one moment, I just lost the word. Let me say that a different way. How do you say the thing that... Using these phrases is not a sign of failure. Please hear me. It is a sign of an excellent communicator. It shows you are engaged. You care about being understood. And it does something incredible. It turns a moment of lonely panic into a collaborative team moment. You are inviting the other person to help you build the bridge. And most people are happy to help. They feel good when they can help you find a word. I want you to think about the message, not the package. Imagine it is your birthday. I give you 2 gifts. The first gift is in a stunningly beautiful box. The wrapping paper is perfect. The bow is a work of art. It looks incredible. But when you open it, the box is empty. The second gift is wrapped in old, crumpled newspaper. It looks messy, but inside is a thoughtful, wonderful gift. Something you really wanted. Something that came from my heart. Which gift do you want? The gift, of course, the wrapping paper doesn't really matter. Your imperfect English, your simple sentences, your accent, that is just the wrapping paper. your thoughts, your ideas, your humor, your kindness, your personality. That is the gift. And the world needs your gift. So please, my friend, stop obsessing over the wrapping paper. Focus on delivering the incredible gift that is you. And that brings us to our third and final gentle invitation. Our third practical step. You cannot just think your way to confidence. You have to act your way into it gently, safely. You need to create small, low-stakes speaking rituals. You need to practice speaking in a way that feels safe, in a way that builds you up, not in a way that throws you into a scary situation that just makes your fear stronger. The goal is to practice in a space where the connection goal is easy and the perfection goal is not invited. He is not allowed in the room. I have 3 ideas for you. 3 little rituals you can try. First, a very powerful one. Speak to yourself out loud. I know, it might feel a little strange at first, but it is one of the best ways to practice. It is a zero stakes, zero judgment practice. You can narrate your life like you are the star of your own quiet movie. Right now, I am sitting in my chair. I am talking into this microphone. The light is soft. I feel calm. You can do it too. Okay, I am walking to the kitchen now. I am going to make some tea. I am opening the cupboard. I see the tea bags. I will choose the chamomile tea tonight. This simple act builds the physical muscle memory of speaking English. It helps your mouth, your tongue, your lips get used to forming the sounds, and there is zero fear of being judged. You are connecting with yourself. Try it for just 5 minutes a day. It will start to build a bridge between the English in your head and the English that comes out of your mouth. The second ritual, the 1-minute recording. Every day, take out your phone, open the voice memo app, and just talk for 1 minute, 60 seconds. You can talk about anything, about your day, about a movie you watched, about the weather, about your cat. The topic does not matter. The goal is just to speak, just for you. Do this every day for a week. Don't listen to them every day. Just record them and save them. Then, at the end of the week, maybe on a quiet Sunday afternoon, listen back to them. You will be surprised, I promise you. You will discover that you sound much clearer than you imagine. You will hear that you sound more fluent than you think. This practice does 2 things. It separates the act of speaking from the fear of being judged in that moment, and it gives you real proof that you can speak. You can produce coherent English. It's right there on the recording. And the third ritual, the 1-question mission. This is your mission to take your practice into the real world, but in the smallest, safest way possible. Your goal for the day is to have one tiny conversation. A conversation that only involves asking 1 question. For example, at the grocery store, you can ask an employee, "Excuse me, where's the rice?" At a coffee shop, "Could I have a black coffee, please?" To a person on the street, "Excuse me, do you have the time?" The conversation might last only 10 seconds, but that is not the point. Each time you do this, you're collecting a piece of evidence, a small victory. You are proving to your nervous system, to that little watchman in your brain, that you can open your mouth. You can speak English to a stranger, and the world does not end. You don't get laughed at, nothing bad happens. In fact, something good happens. You get an answer, you get a coffee, you connect. These tiny wins add up. They are like small stones. One stone is just a stone. But if you collect enough of them, you can build a strong foundation. A foundation of real-world confidence. A confidence that no textbook can ever give you. So let's bring it all together. Let's breathe. That intense, paralyzing fear you feel when you have to speak English, it is a real feeling. I see it. I understand it. But it is not what you think it is. It is not a simple message that says, your English is bad. It is a complex signal. It is a signal that you are a human being, doing something vulnerable, and your ancient brain is just trying to protect you. Trying to fix this by memorizing more vocabulary. It is like polishing a beautiful car that has no gasoline. The problem isn't the car, the problem is the fuel. The fuel you need is a mindset shift. A fundamental change in your goal. You must stop playing the impossible, unwinnable game of perfection. And you must start playing the beautiful human game of connection. Your goal is not to be flawless. Your goal is to connect, to understand, and to be understood. And you can make this real. You can bring this idea from your head into your life by taking those 3 gentle steps. First, redefine your success. Focus on understanding, not on mistakes. Second, embrace simple, beautiful English. Focus on clarity, not on complexity. Third, create low stakes, safe rituals. Practice connecting with yourself first, and then take tiny, brave steps into the world. My friend, listen to me. You have studied enough, you know enough, you are enough. Right now, in this moment, with the English you have today, you have everything you need to connect with another human being. Your voice, with its unique, beautiful accent, with its occasional mistakes, with its pauses, that voice deserves to be heard. Not because it is perfect, but because it is yours. Stop waiting for the fear to disappear. It might not. Fear is a part of doing brave things. But you can choose. You can choose to speak anyway. And every single time you choose connection over perfection, you are retraining your brain. You are teaching your heart a new song. And you are telling that fear that it can be in the room, but it is no longer the one in charge. Building this new relationship with speaking is a journey. It takes time. And I want to help you on every step of that journey. If this conversation with you tonight felt helpful, if it resonated in your heart, please do me a small favor and hit that subscribe button. I release new lessons, new quiet conversations like this one every week. They are all designed to help you build real confidence. and I would love for you to be part of our warm community. And finally, I would truly love to hear from you. It would make me so happy. Leave a comment below. Tell me, which of the 3 gentle invitations are you going to try first? Will you try the new report card, focusing on connection? Will you try to use simple, beautiful English? Or will you try one of the quiet speaking rituals? There is so much power in making a small promise to yourself. And I read every single comment. Thank you. Thank you for being here with me tonight. Thank you for your trust and thank you for your brave heart. You are not alone on this journey. Take care tonight, my friend. Sleep well. I am so happy you were here with me. Good night.